Guys, so I decided to do a quick show of some of the new readings I picked up. As you can see behind me first, I did pick up this BCW comic book frame, and I just wanted to test that out. Normally I get the hard cases. If you watch my videos, I like getting my comics graded, old school comics, because I like to hang them up. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave this one in here, but I think I might purchase more of these. Now they have ones called for modern and silver. This is for silver, I guess Silver Age comics, and I picked this one up. Excuse the stuff on the wall, I didn't want it to get scratched up. So I picked up this one. This is Captain America, number 242, and it has Captain America. Looks like I didn't read this comic yet. Looks like he's facing Captain America. Captain America is facing Iron Man, and it reminded me of the scene from the Civil War movie, so that's why I picked it up. And I wanted to test it out, and I really love the presentation. Now it's supposed to protect your comics from UV rays, so I guess it's supposed to protect it from yellowing. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this here or get it graded, but as you can see, that's how it looks. It looks like it's professionally made. I don't know how long it'll like stay there without falling down, but as you can see, one side is kind of taped out of the package, so you can just open it up, and it comes with a little tab on the side so you can slide it closed. It doesn't feel too secure, but so far I was shaking it around, it hasn't fallen, but it looks really nice. So I might put my Savage Dragon number 1 in here because I have additional copies. I have one that I'm still waiting that's getting graded, so I might put that Savage Dragon in here, but for now I'll probably leave that in here and hang it up. But I did pick up this one of the old school comics from my comic shop. So I did pick this up. So I really like the presentation, so that looks pretty cool. I also picked up Captain America. Well, this is Marvel Super Action starring Captain America featuring the Hulk. So again, I love picking up these old school ones because I want to see if I might get them graded later on, or I might pick up additional one of these just to hang these up. And I picked up Captain America number 247. In London lurks the Hulk. It says, and wait till you see the gruesome Gamma Droid. So those of you who already know, I'm a big Captain America Hulk fan, so if I could get both of those on a comic cover, that's great. Also, I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it. I did put the Werewolf by Night by Hasbro on pre-order, so I know that's gonna be released in January. I couldn't find any comics with him, although I found out that he debuted in Moon Knight, so I'm gonna look more into that. But for now, I did pick up 2 graphic novels, so I did pick up this one, Werewolf by Night, and this has issues that Werewolf by Night number 1, Moon Knight Annual in 2022 number 1, Crypt of Shadows 2022, and Crypt of Shadows number 1 in 2023. So I'm going to be reading that. That looks interesting. And then I did pick up this one, Werewolf by Night, New Wolf Rising. So that looks pretty awesome. And that is collecting Werewolf by Night 2020 number 1 through 4. So I'm going to be looking at that. Again, it's not originally what I was looking for, but I'll read through this to see what the modern Werewolf by Night is about. It looks with this one, they kind of kept his look, as you can see from the back, from the original, and from what the action figure looks like. It looks like they kept his aesthetic from his original look. I do have a Moon Knight figure, so that's going to be awesome for a display. And I did order that six-armed black suit Spider-Man, because since I already have Warbird, I want to build up my Dark Avengers. So that's pretty awesome. And if you watch the other video from the Magic the Gathering Man-Wolf, I was able to find the Catwolf and the Howling Commandos. So that's pretty dope. So I'm going to be reading that as well. And that's going to look like a fun read. So picked up that as well. Now for the newer stuff I picked up, I want to start getting back into the Punisher. I don't know what these are about, so I picked up 2 different Punisher series. So I'm going into this new. So I did pick up a Red Band Punisher #1 and a Punisher #2. A lot of these had variant covers, so I'm going to be going into this blind. Again, I'm like skeptical going into these new comics because I don't really know about this new era. I'm just trying to catch up on the old school stuff. And then I picked up Marvel Knights, The World to Come, The Punisher. So this is the first issue, so I'm going to be reading that as well. Now, I didn't even think this was going to be a thing. I mean, who would have thought? And this looks like a fun collab, and you know, Disney looks like they're going to have fun with it. And I'm kind of glad I picked up all the Gargoyle figures from NECA, because I was thinking like how I'm going to display them once I display them, and this is just so random. Fantastic Four and Gargoyles #1. So I'm going to give that a read and see what that's about. And let's see, it looks like it could be really fun. And I do have the card back retro Fantastic Four, and I have the MCU ones, so I can see a lot of ideas. So let's see where they're gonna go with this. So pick that up. I also picked up Spider-Man 94 #2. Looks like Kane is on the figure. Kane is on the cover of this one. Sorry for the glare if you can't see it. So pick that up. Also, something is telling me I'll be shocked if it doesn't happen, but I feel like it's gonna happen. I think Hasbro is probably gonna give us a HasLab. They got to, of Godzilla. If they gave us one of Apocalypse, even though it's not a HasLab, or maybe it's a HasLab, I really don't know how it is. But I picked up Godzilla Destroys Marvel Universe #3. Picked that up, and then I picked up Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #4. So that just dropped. So pick that up. You can see Black Panther right there in the center. So I don't know if this centers around Wakanda or not. And then these just dropped. Like they're just dropping these like crazy. Got Godzilla versus X-Men. Again, sorry for the glare. And I think there was a bunch of, I know there was variant covers of these. And then I picked up Godzilla versus Avengers. There was definitely a lot of variant covers of these, and I usually like getting the variant covers with the original, but I decided to just pick one cover, and I picked this one because it just reminds me of, you know, old school Marvel. And this one has Wolverine saying, "Only Fin Fan Foom, can't stop Godzilla, stay back bubs." So pick that one up. And then this one, I like this variant cover. This is Godzilla versus Thor, and this is Clash of the Titans. The reason why I picked this variant cover because it reminds me of the old school like Muhammad Ali event posters, or the old WWE event posters that came out in the 80s or 70s. So that's why I picked this one. So they're really having a lot of fun with this IP. So these are pretty much the ones that I picked up this week. So yeah, a lot of fun. I think I'm close to ordering that Godzilla Superman 2-pack just to get that Godzilla to have some fun with figure photography. But I think Hasbro needs to just hurry up and release it, because I see that McFarlane's releasing Godzilla and King Kong, but I would assume this, or maybe Hasbro, maybe it's different, I don't know. I would assume if Hasbro is releasing Marvel figures, they should be able to release Kong and Godzilla figures, since they're able to release them in the comics. I have no idea. Maybe they can work that out. But anyway, that is my comic pickup. Again, like and subscribe. See you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.